and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bishnumm if you don't know me already. I'm a flight attendant for a private airline, and today I'll be talking about how to be a flight attendant, how to apply for it, the requirements, and the application process. So if you are interested, please continue watching. If this is your first time on my channel, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like today's video, please do not forget to like the video for more of something similar. Without further ado, please continue watching. This video is basically on how I applied for it and a little bit more of how you can apply for it. There is many different ways of doing it, but I'll just go over the basics. Okay, so I have a I'll be looking down here a lot because I have notes in here, so please don't mind that. So let me start with the basics. So if you don't know, there's private side of flying and there is commercial side of flying. Example, for commercial airline, there's Delta, United, American, other airlines. So those are the big major airlines, and under those there is regional airline, which are like PSA, SkyWest, Mesa, and there's so much more airlines. Those are the smaller airlines, and those are all commercial airlines. And there's private, which is Swift Air, Miami, Wheels Up, ExoJet, Private Flight. So there's so many companies. They're different. They're private and commercial. The commercial flights, they are like every day, everything is scheduled. They have like regular flights every single day, so that if they have flight today at 4, they're gonna have almost exactly same flights tomorrow, same airline, same everything. So everything is already planned out, already scheduled, and everything like that. So for private, it's a little different. Their flights are not very scheduled. They don't have scheduled flights from here to here to here to here every single day. It's not like that. Private airlines, they are contracted with different contracts. So they fly mostly with like teams or business owners, or like, you know, bands, family vacations. It's different because they're flying only when they have contracts. So that does not mean that there's only some kind of flying. There will always be flights because they have many contracts that fly from this place to this place to this place. So there could be a little bit of scheduled flights every day depending on what contract your company has. So those are the two differences of commercial and private. Private is contracted, different. Commercial is scheduled, and they're on their own business, do everything themselves. So that's the difference between commercial and private. So on commercial flights, you'll see different faces every single day. So on commercial, you don't basically see same people every day. You don't fly with same people every day, not just about crew, but with like passengers as well. You don't fly with same passengers every day. But on private, if you're dedicated to like let's say a basketball team or like a band, you fly with them, you're dedicated to them. You can have different passenger here and there, or like you can be flying with like different passenger every day with private. But if you're dedicated to a team, you fly with them, you see their face, you fly with the same crew most of the time. But with commercial, you're flying with different crew every day, because on commercial there is thousands and thousands of employees, and in private there's, let's say, hundreds, you know, hundreds and hundreds. So that's the difference. Private, it's a lot smaller. Commercial, it's a lot bigger. So I hope that kind of clear up what commercial and private is. So now you can decide which one you want to work for. So now let's go to the application process. I was researching and I found out that there are a few airlines that are hiring right now. So if you're interested and want to apply, you can apply to this ones. I personally love LinkedIn, and I have an account there where I can see and I follow a bunch of airlines, and it kind of gives me notification of which one is hiring and everything like that. So if you are on LinkedIn, follow lots of airlines, so you can get notified every single time that there is an opening for a flight attendant. So you can put that in LinkedIn so that you can get notified. So I was on LinkedIn, I was just scrolling through, and these are the airlines that are hiring. So United is hiring right now bilingual flight attendant. So if you know how to speak more than one language, let's say English and Spanish, English or Nepali, not really helpful, but still English and Hindi. Hindi is very good because United, they fly to India, so you can get into get that. So all this kind of thing. So United, PSA is hiring, American is always hiring, SkyWest is, I think, always accepting applications, Air Canada is hiring if you're from Canada, Frontier is hiring, GoJet is hiring for private, and Swift Air is hiring. So you can apply to like a lot of these airlines. So now let me go over the requirements that's like the basic requirements for almost all the airlines. These are the basic requirements. For further information about which airline you're applying for, you need to go through their website and then see what their requirements are, but that's it. And to apply, you can either apply through LinkedIn. So that's one of the options, to apply through LinkedIn, and then you can also apply through going to the website. So let's say you want to apply for United Airline. So you can go to United Airlines website, scroll down all the way down, you'll see career, and then on career you click career, you'll see all these sections, like we'll say pilots, ground handling, gate agent, all this stuff. But then you wanna see, or you wanna find a flight attendant. So you click the flight attendant button, and then once you click the flight attendant, if they are hiring, you'll say apply now or apply here or something like that. So you click apply and then you apply. So that's one way of applying for airline. Or if you are on LinkedIn, you just go on LinkedIn, you'll see the airline, and it will say flight attendant opening, and then you just click that and it will take you directly through the application. So you can do it through that as well. Basically, you have to be mostly 21 to apply, but for regional airlines, which are like these smaller planes, for those airlines you can be 18 as well, but you have to do your research. I don't know which airlines that you can be 18 on. I think PSA you can be 18, maybe Mesa you can be 18. I'm not exactly sure about that, but you have to do your research. So I said you have to be 21. You must be able to relocate. They're gonna make you, or they're gonna ask you, can you relocate? So if you're from Akron and you want to be a flight attendant but they don't have base in Akron, that means you have to move where they want you to move. So if you are that person that does not want to move, you can still be a flight attendant, but commuting, it's a lot of work, a lot of hard work. It's crazy, hectic, and it will be very hard for you. Just putting it out there. So you must be able to relocate. You'll ask you in an interview, in every process of the interview, every interviewing process, they're gonna ask you, can you relocate? You have to be able to say, yes, I can relocate. So there's that. For most airlines, they're gonna tell you no visual tattoos. So that basically means you can have tattoos. Just make sure that when you're wearing their uniform, it does not show. I do have a tattoo here, and I made a mistake of trying to remove it while I was applying for a job, but this is totally normal because I can wear long sleeve and still it's gonna cover up, you know. I can, but you have to be able, you need to understand that you have to wear long sleeve at all time. They cannot see your tattoo. One of my friends, she has tattoo on her fingers, like she has tattoo here and I think right there, and like a small tattoo here. She wears watches, so she can, like, it covers up with the watch. And in here, she always wears a big ring so that it covers it up. So you can be a flight attendant even if you have small tattoos, but you just need to be able to cover it up at all time. Tattoos and about piercing, you can have piercing. So I can have more than one, like for my company right now, I can have 2 piercing. Some companies will say just 1, but it's totally okay if you have more than 1, just don't wear anything. Just wear 1. So that's fine. And I have nose piercing. Most of them will say no facial piercing, but if you don't wear it, no one's gonna know that you have a piercing, so just don't wear it. For height and weight requirements, I would say height for major airlines, they're kind of looking for somebody that's 5'2" and taller, but for smaller airlines you can be 5. And I think nowadays they don't really care about height. Height is basically for closing the bins, closing the overhead bins and stuff like that. I have a hard time closing the bins, so, and I'm only 5, I'm 5'1". You can be a flight attendant even if you are not 5'2". For weight, you just need to make sure that you're not super skinny, that you can't lift up certain weight. You're gonna have to lift up at least 40 pounds. That's like someone's carrying baggage. They're not gonna, you don't have to lift up someone's bag and put it in an overhead bin because that's not our job. We don't do that. You're gonna have to be able to do it. So there's that. And if you're too big of a person, and you can't walk in that small aisle, then you're not fit for the job because you cannot walk in the aisle. So you won't be able to do things fast enough. You won't be able to move around very easily. You won't be able to sit in a jump seat. So that you need to use your common sense and know that you can't be super skinny, that you can't lift up 40 pounds, or you can't be super big, that you can't walk in an aisle. You know how small the aircraft's aisles are. So if you want to be a flight attendant, or do some, like, I don't know, work out, or like, yeah, a flight attendant here, you do not have to be a US citizen. If you have green card, you can be a flight attendant, but it is it's easier to get a job if you have a citizenship. So let's say if you have a passport, then it's easier to get a job than if there is somebody without the passport. So, and it also depends on your resume and like which company you're applying for. It's from different companies, like it varies from companies to companies, so you need to choose and make the wise decision on what you exactly want to do and which company you want to work for. So you're gonna have to do that research yourself. There is a requirement that you have to pass the drug test. So if you do drugs or anything like that, of course they're gonna find out, they're not gonna hire you. It's different from every airline. This is the basics, but there is so much more that the airline, some airlines are desperate for like a perfect person. Some airlines, they don't really care. All they want is a good flight attendant, a good person, that's it. Now I'll talk to you guys about the application process. I already told you how to apply for it, where to go, which website to use, and LinkedIn, and like the website itself. So now let's say that you apply, you're gonna get an email right away. I'm sure right away you're gonna get an email saying, thank you for choosing this air. We'll get back to you once we review your application, is what the email is gonna usually say. So once you get that email, you just wait for about a few days or week, and you're gonna get another email saying that okay, in 6 months is what the email is gonna say. And if it says if it doesn't say that, it's gonna say, all right, go to this page, click here, do this, and then it's gonna take you to this page where you have to take a test. If you don't pass the question answer round, you're gonna get an email saying, we're so sorry, you're not the right fit for the company. So once you take that test, they're going to figure out if you're the right fit for the company. And if you are the right fit for the company, they're gonna invite you for a phone interview, like a phone interview or a video interview. They're gonna tell you at this time, at like this day, you have an interview. You have a phone interview, please get ready, or please be ready to get the call. So on that day, you have to be ready to go. If it's a phone interview, just make sure that your phone is with you at all time. It's on and ready to go. And if it's a video interview, make sure that you are ready to do the interview, like you're doing the face-to-face interview. You have to make sure that you are dressed properly, your background is nice, you have to make sure that there is no noise around. Make sure if you have kids and stuff like that, that they're asleep or they're somewhere else, they're in daycare or some kind of thing. So you just need to make sure that you're alone and ready to talk to them very professionally, of course. My company did it twice for me. So first it was just a phone interview, and then they scheduled me right after that interview. I asked them how long you think I'm gonna have to wait until I know that I have another interview. I asked the lady and she said she scheduled me right away. So if they like you, they can like schedule you right away. If they think about it, then they're gonna probably send you an email saying like, we're sorry, or they can also send you an email saying, hi, you made it to this interview, you have a video interview at this time, please be ready and ready to go. So there's that. If you pass that section of the interview process, they're gonna send you email. They communicate through email. You're not gonna get lots of calls from them. It's always email, so you just need to make sure that your email is active at all time and you're always going through your emails and making sure that their email is not going through spam or anything. Then once you're done with the videos process, they're gonna tell you to take the drug test and the fitness test. They're gonna schedule for everything. They're gonna tell you where to go. It could be from like, you just have to drive, like for me, I just had to drive like 5 miles, no, not even 5, like 3 miles, I think. It was like right there. And then since I live in Akron, I had to go to Stowe to take my fitness for my first company. And that was commercial. On commercial, I think you mostly have to do the fitness before you go to the training. And for my private, they didn't make me do the fitness because I already was a flight attendant. So I think they figured that I don't really need that. I don't know. So they didn't make me do the fitness. They only made me do the drug test, and that was it. So now you pass everything, all the process, everything else. You pass. Now you're gonna get a final email saying, not the final, but still, okay, you're gonna get the email saying that you passed all this process or whatever. They're gonna invite you to the training, and you're gonna have to go to the training that they invite you to. And once they invite you to the training, they're gonna send you a packet. They're gonna email you a bunch of information about the company and what to study before you come to the training. The training is usually 4 to 6 weeks, depending on what company you applied for, what company accepted you. They're gonna tell you to come either to like Texas, Greensboro, North Carolina, somewhere, wherever the company is main base. So like I said, you don't have to worry about the tickets and stuff like that. The company provides you with the flights and everything. You go to the training, everything is set up for you. Like I said, your training starts in 2 weeks. You pass all your exams, you pass all your tests, everything you pass. You follow the rules, you follow the uniform guidelines, everything. Follow, you pass. You have to pass the what is it called? So you have to also pass like the test like a final test that you do in the plane. So you are still not, let's say you pass the training, you graduate, and then you go onto the real world, you move and everything, and now you have to pass this test that you have to do in the air. So once you pass that test that you did in the air, you are an official flight attendant. So now you are a flight attendant. You can fly anywhere, do everything. So, oh my god, that's a long video. So it's a lot of process and lot of things happens in the training. If you guys want to know what's gonna happen, like what happens in the training, let me know. I'll make another video. Oh my god, I feel like I'm talking so much, but there's so much information. Oh my god, I went through like 4 pages, you guys. This is crazy. Anyways, this is how you apply to be a flight attendant. If you think this video was helpful, just a bit, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any relatives or anybody that's asking you questions or trying to reach to me about it, please send them this video and tell them to watch it. I think this is going to be really helpful. I hope it was helpful. If you think I missed anything, please feel free to ask me any question that you have on the comment, or request me for another video. I will be doing more videos like this because I've been getting lots of questions about how I applied and everything, and I'm so sick and tired of answering to like each individuals. So please watch this video, and if you don't understand something that happened or something that I said on this video, please leave the comment down below. Maybe I'll try to answer it on my next. Once again, I truly hope you enjoyed every bit of this video because I worked really hard for you guys. So yeah, I post every Wednesday and Saturday, so if you want to be notified every time I post, do not forget to subscribe and ring that bell button so you get notified every time I post. Thank you, lots of love, bye. Let's fly together, honey.